guys, welcome to episode 3 of Children of Immigrants. Today I have with me Nabila Marquez. She's a nail artist and an esthetician. Nabila, would you like to tell me more about you?
Hi guys, my name is Nabila Marquez. I am 27 years old. I've been in the UK since 2008. I will also work part-time in a medical aesthetic clinic doing advanced medical treatments. So I do hydrofacials and I do microneedling at the moment. I was living in London since I moved to UK in Southall. And I moved in Swindon last year after getting married.
Really?
So this is all new to me.
Oh my god, you're from Southall?
Yeah.
No way, I thought you were from Swindon for some reason.
No.
Oh.
I was obviously coming in and out of here.
Yeah.
But I grew up in Southall since I've been here.
What was that like?
Very different. Obviously, you know how Southall is quite big.
Yeah.
A lot of Indian people there.
Yeah.
Very multicultural, and it felt quite close to home.
Right.
A lot of people would call it like Mumbai.
Oh, really?
It was quite like close to my heart because it felt like I was home, not anywhere far from Goa.
Yeah.
Coming to Swindon was quite a big transition for me.
Yeah.
Different people,
Yeah.
different environment, very quiet.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get used to it.
Yeah.
Because I hated like how quiet it got sometimes.
Oh, you like the city to be sort of busy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And obviously London, it's close by everywhere for you to travel and stuff. Whereas over here, you got to commute quite long.
Yeah.
But I love it here now.
Oh,
I'm getting
nice.
used to it, but I still don't know places very well.
Yeah. Oh, nice. So you went to school there then?
Yeah. I went to primary school.
Yeah.
Went to year 6.
Okay.
I was meant to be in year 5, but I ended up in year 6.
Oh, you skipped.
I skipped a year. And I think because we came around July, we came at the wrong time.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because that's summertime, right? Yeah.
And then school obviously started in September.
Yeah.
So it was just really boring.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Hated it at first.
Yeah.
But then when we got to school, started making friends, got a lot easier.
Yeah.
Got a lot better.
Yeah. So how old were you when you moved here?
I was about 10 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you have like loads of family back home when
Yeah,
you left?
they were there.
Yeah.
Right now, everyone's pretty much here.
Yeah.
But at that time, there was hardly any Goan people.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My mom and dad, they work closely with the church.
Oh, I
so my
see.
mom's like the Eucharist minister.
Yeah.
And they were quite involved with the Goan community.
Okay. What did you think about England when you like first moved here? Like, what was your first impression of it?
So it was quite hard for us. We actually lived in a 1-bedroom flat.
Okay.
So me, my mom, my dad, my sister, we all lived in like 1 bedroom.
Yeah.
And it was really tough at that time because like my dad wasn't making enough money. And he was like the sole provider of the family.
Okay, yeah.
He sort of like just told mom like stay at home, they're quite small, look after them. So my mom never really worked, which was good because she just spent more time with us as well. So my dad used to do a lot of like overtime and everything just to make enough money for us.
Yeah.
It was quite hard, but then I think when we started going to school, I don't know about you, but in Goa, like I used to have those plats.
Yes. They used to make you like. What school did you go to in Goa?
I went to Fairland School in Goa.
Oh, okay.
And then I went to St. Andrews for like a
Okay.
few days and I came here afterwards.
Yeah, no, I went to Mary Immaculate.
My sister went there.
really?
Yeah, she got in there. I didn't get in there for some reason.
How old's your sister?
So I'm 27. She is 29.
Okay, so she's a year older than me.
Yeah.
Oh, we probably crossed paths.
Yeah, probably
What's
did.
your sister's name?
Nessia.
Okay.
She makes cakes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
she moved back home a few years back, so she's got a cake shop over there.
In Goa?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow,
Santa
okay.
Cruz.
Oh, nice. Okay. Is that where you're from then, Santa Cruz?
I'm from Siridao.
Oh, you're from Oh, okay. Oh, so she got married.
got married
Okay.
there.
When you came here and you started sort of primary school here, did you sort of notice a difference?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. It was quite hard for me because like my English wasn't the best, even though in Fairland School it was a English medium school, but like it wasn't how like you speak over here.
Yeah.
So I felt like outsider every single time.
Yeah.
And my mom, she would do these plats for me
Yeah.
every day to school, so I used to get bullied.
Oh no.
And she used to put like oil in the hair.
Yeah. Oh.
And then I was like, stop putting oil in my hair, please.
I remember sort of coming here.
Yeah.
And I loved it in the sense that what they were teaching over here, I was taught in India
Yeah.
like 2 years ago, like maths
Yeah.
and stuff. It was
Yeah.
so behind, I felt. Did you feel like the course, the stuff that they were teaching was a lot easier here?
It was, yeah. It felt
Yeah.
a lot easier over here. And you know, like back home, you gotta learn like Hindi, Konkani, writing and
Yeah.
speaking. And it was
Yeah.
quite hard for me.
Yeah.
I remember my teacher, she used to like hit me with the duster
Oh
every
my God.
time or kneel down the floor.
Yeah.
But it was so different here and I liked it because it was quite free.
Yeah, no, exactly. They used to hit you in Goa, guys. Like, it was something else. Like, I remember this one time, right? We had like music or something like that. You know those wooden like rulers,
Yeah.
right? So
Or the duster. Oh my God.
literally. I was sat there and I don't know what I did. I thought I was like a pretty well-behaved child, but apparently not. So this teacher came near me, right? And usually, you know how they hit you on the hand, right? She told me to like put my knuckles like that. And I was like, yo, this is a bit extreme. Like, I what? I was like, okay. And then I put my knuckles there and she's so dumb. She put her hand under my fist sort of thing. And obviously I flinched and she hit herself. I was just there like, oh shit. And then she sent me out of the class. You're not allowed to do that thing, those kind of things here. I think they sort of stopped doing it back home as well. I don't know whether they do it anymore, but that was so out of order. Like,
extreme.
literally. You know, my brother, he was sort of a little bit on the naughtier side. So he has some like really good stories about the stuff that he used to go
Got it
through.
really bad.
Yeah, he got it really bad. Okay, so tell me more about being a nail artist.
Actually a really long story,
Okay,
but
go
I'll
on,
tell you in
yeah.
really short.
Yeah.
So when I finished my high school,
Yeah.
I just didn't know what I wanted in life.
Yeah.
I just kept going back and forth, like what I really enjoyed doing.
Yeah.
So I went into art and design.
Okay.
I did level 3 and I basically did it for a year. It was meant to be a 2-year course, but I did it for a year.
Okay.
Because by the end of it, I was just thinking like, what will I do with it? Like, where is this part taking me?
Yeah.
And then I sort of sat down with my mom and dad and they're like, where is your art taking you? Honestly.
Yeah.
And I just sort of looked at it as like, it's really hard to find a job.
Yeah.
So I felt like, because I saw my parents struggling, I just sort of wanted to work.
Yeah.
I didn't have that mindset to go uni or study more. I just wanted to like do something short and then work.
Yes.
So I chose beauty therapy.
Yeah.
And there's obviously like nails into it as well, but there was more than nails.
Yeah.
And I ended up falling in love with it because there was like facials, waxing, massage, like every single thing.
Yeah.
And I did it for 3 years. So I completed my level 4 in beauty.
Yeah.
And I got a job at 17.
Oh,
So I was
okay.
basically working since I was 17 years old.
Amazing.
But I was
yeah.
studying part-time.
Yeah.
And then eventually I got a job full-time.
Yeah.
I've been doing laser, like IPL hair removal,
Okay, yeah.
laser hair removal
Yeah,
for a few years. But I just felt like I wasn't happy with
Right.
it.
Okay.
I just felt like there was something more to my life.
Yeah.
I just had to find it.
Yeah.
I sort of looked up at my sister. I'm like, she's doing amazing. Like, you know, I want to
Okay.
be like her. I want to find something. And I spoke to her one day and she was like, this is my passion. It's not a job. It's my passion and I love it. So I sort of wanted to find my own thing.
Yeah.
And then when I moved to Swindon, I had a lot of time to think because I was looking at a lot of TikToks.
Yeah.
And then I found one with like nails.
Okay.
And then I just bought like a cheap stuff, like equipment, and started practicing on myself. And then Elton was like, why didn't you go and do a course if you really want to get into it? And I was like, no, it's not for me. Like, I don't see it. I don't know if I'll be good at it. And then he was like, no, just trust me. Just go and do the course and see how you find it.
Yeah.
I did like a 3-day course with my cousin.
Yeah.
And I ended up falling in love with it.
Really?
And it's just crazy because now I'm doing nails and then I'm combining my art into it.
Yes.
And that's something that I always wanted to do, but I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Which is how I started doing nails now.
Oh my god, nice. So do you find it sort of like therapeutic doing nails?
I love doing nails, yeah.
Because it takes a while, doesn't
It does.
Yeah,
and I am very slow, guys. If you want to book with me, just make sure you have like a few hours.
It's okay. Rome wasn't built in a day. It's fine.
So many like good feedback from clients. Like the girls have been amazing. And they're also like been so sweet and patient with me.
Yeah.
But the Goan girls have been really supportive,
Oh,
honestly.
nice,
Yeah, and I know
nice.
you came to me when I first started, and I am so sorry because I said no to you.
Yeah, no, it's
I was
fine.
completely new, and I just knew I was gonna mess up your nails, and I was like, I need to be perfect when she comes.
Yeah,
So
100%.
yeah,
No, I get that because I seen your page and I'm like, oh wow, like I've not known of many Goan sort of doing nail stuff. So I was just like, oh, because I have this one nail salon I go to. So the thing with me is I get very scared like about bleeding and stuff like that, right?
yeah.
So I need sort of my nail artist to be very like slow with me.
Okay,
So they literally everyone in my nail salon knows me as Princess. Like every time I call in, they'll be like, oh, is this Princess? And I'm like,
oh, that's so
yeah.
cute.
Yeah, because like there's only this one specific lady that does it because she knows she has to do it really slow, so she keeps extra time for me, and then she'll literally reassure me every time. It's like, don't worry, I got it type of thing. So it's very sort of hard for me to go to people that I don't know what they're like. So when I see you, I'm like, oh, she's gonna be nice. Now that you're sort of like in this country, you've established a life here and everything. Do you see yourself living here indefinitely, or do you plan on sort of retiring to Goa or like somewhere else in the world?
I don't know. I feel like when I go Goa now, I feel like it's more like a vacation.
Yeah, I get that.
It's like it's your home, but you come there for a bit.
Yeah.
Like there's been times I've been there for like 4 weeks and I'm like, I want to go back to my normal routine.
Yeah.
So I do see myself settling down properly in like over here, not in London, Swindon.
Yeah, Alton's gonna be like, I'm sorry, what?
Be like, go back home.
I feel it sort of like after a while, this starts feeling like home. Like, because you know everyone. You sort of like you went to school here. You know the sort of doctors here. Everything feels like home, like familiar sort of thing.
I'm from Seridown, so I don't know if you ever heard of the Seridown feast.
Yes,
Just in
yes,
Nazareth.
yeah.
So my dad, like, he would take us back home every single year.
Okay.
It was one of our like a ritual, like we had to follow.
Yeah.
Even though he didn't have enough money, he'll be like, okay, pack your bags, let's go.
Oh, really?
And yeah, like we'll go there for April time for the feast, and then we'll come back. I haven't been this year, but it's something I want to keep doing with them.
I don't really remember visiting Seridown when I was in Goa. So obviously coming here, I have like loads of friends from Seridown, and then I was just there like, oh, I'm really looking forward to seeing what Seridown is. And in my head, because I know so many people over here from Seridown, I thought it was this big place in Goa. Yeah. And then I went there. It's really small, isn't it? Yeah. I was just like, I went there. I'm like, oh, is this it? Like, you guys have like really colorful houses and everything there, right?
Like my house is right near the beach, which is why when we first came here, I hated it.
Oh my god, I can imagine. Imagine having like a beach view and then coming
here and then staying inside, and it was just like
it
like, was not the best.
This? Yeah. No, I get that. Like I remember like when I came, because the only sort of idea I had of London or UK or whatever is, through Bollywood movies. So I seen like, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum and stuff. And I'm like, wow, that's UK. This is like false advertising. What is this?
So you can imagine, because I think you probably came Swindon, right?
Yeah.
So you can imagine I came to South.
Oh my god, yeah, no, I
so
get it.
it was like,
it's
where is it? Is it London?
Did we just land back in India? No,
Honestly.
I get that. Like a lot of the people sort of have a problem or like judge places that are heavily sort of populated with Indians or Goans or whatever. Yes. But for some reason, I really like that. Yeah. Like,
thank you. I think you're the first person that's actually said a good thing about South to
No, I really, really do like sort of being surrounded by Asians or Goans or whatever, because I don't feel sort of out of place. No. I have friends that sort of work with Goans or like have Goans that work with them and stuff like that. And for the longest time, I worked at places that barely like didn't have many people of color, and even if they did, it's not sort of Goan. I don't think I've ever worked with a Goan. The current company I work in, it's the first company where in the entire company I know like 2 Goans, like 2 other Goans that sort of work. So then sort of like I think they're in the marketing team. I'm not entirely sure, but still like when I see them, I'm like my face lights up. I'm like, oh my god, wow, like nice, because like it feels nice to sort of see a familiar or like or people that you can sort of relate with.
That's the thing. I feel like you can relate more to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I was working in an office in Swindon, and then it was like there was not hardly any. Like I think there was one person, but he was like higher than me. And then like it just felt out of place.
Yes.
I just feel like I never fitted in.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
so I left
No, because I think it's human nature, really. Like, you know, when you go into a room, if it's like predominantly boys, you would try and find someone that's a girl. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you try your eyes would look for someone that's a girl.
Yeah.
If you're in a room full of, like, you know, one color, you'd want to find someone that's a similar color to you.
Yeah.
It's nothing sort of. It's not that, oh, you prefer these people over the
No.
other. It's just you try and find people that you can relate to,
That's
sort
the
of thing.
thing, yeah.
But
I feel more comfortable
yeah,
with.
exactly. So I love being surrounded by Goans. I actually love it. I know I get sort of, when I put the anonymous, you know, questions thing, I got like a few people I hate, and like, oh my god, like, you know, you're from here, it's all Goans. Like, why would you go to?
Really?
Yeah, they're like,
Oh my
why would you
God.
go all the way to England and be surrounded by Goans? I'm
No
like,
way.
who said I left Goa to get away from Goans? That's so.
Unless one thing people get wrong.
I really don't understand that, because I'm like, yeah, you move away from your country, but who in their right minds does it with an intention like, I don't want to be next to Goans?
No.
Ew. Like, no one does that. Like, it's actually such a blessing to be surrounded by people of your own kind. Like, if I'm ever in a situation where I feel unsafe, I would try and find a Goan.
You'll feel
sort
more
of thing.
comfortable, safer.
Exactly, yeah. Because I
Yeah.
remember this one time we were really young. Me and Annalie, I don't know if you know Annalie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So we were like walking through town, and this guy started following us, and we were just like, shit. We were like really freaked out. We were like, what, 14 maybe at this point.
No way.
And he was like this really creepy looking guy, right? And he followed us for a good half an hour.
Oh my God.
So we're like, oh my God, where do we go? Where do we go? We started looking for the first Goans we could find.
Yeah.
And we just like sort of went to them. We're like, oh my God, this guy's following us. Can we just pretend we're with you? And
Yeah.
they were just like, yeah, of course. Like, you know what?
Oh my God.
And then they kind of just like looked at the guy following us, and
Yeah.
then he just left. So
Okay,
you
good.
have that sort of sense of safety
Yeah.
when you're surrounded by Goans. And I don't think people get that. Like, you know,
No.
it's actually a blessing, because I have family that are like, you know, in different parts of the world,
Yeah.
and they always sort of complain that, oh, I don't have any Goans nearby. Like, you know, I look at you guys and it hurts my heart that, you know, you guys have, even being away from home, you have
have it
home.
here,
Yeah,
literally, yeah.
exactly. And they don't get that. Like, so I'm
No.
just there like, I actually feel blessed. People don't take it as that, but it's actually a blessing.
No, obviously, I lived in Southall, and then we used to have a lot of like this going community parties and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like, we'll have Christmas, New Year, Easter, St. Francis Day, like every single feast.
Yeah, yeah.
And obviously, because my mom and dad were in the community, like
Yeah.
in charge and stuff,
Yeah.
would have no choice but to go for it.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I actually like thanked them for that, because I
Yeah.
felt like that brought us a lot closer to our community.
Yes.
And made us understand why we should always be together.
Yeah. I think like a sense of community is very, very important. Not only to sort of preserve the culture, it's just to sort of keep you rooted a bit. Because sometimes, if you're in a place where you don't feel like you're a part of it, you kind of tend to just not know how to mold yourself. And it's
Yeah.
a very, very, because I've been in so many rooms where I am the only person of color, and it just not a nice feeling. It just feels very like,
Out of place.
yeah, you feel like you don't belong.
Yeah.
And even though you sort of, you know, you belong in that room as much as any other person, it just gives you that sense that, oh, it, because everyone that walks in this, because we went to a lunch once, right? I was with like a few workmates,
Yeah.
and I was the only person of color, like the only person of color, and and I walked in, and it was sort of an Indian restaurant, right?
Yeah.
So we went there. I could just see all the workers just looking at me like, are you lost? Like, oh,
Really?
yeah, they like, and I don't think anyone clocked it, but I was just getting like really uncomfortable. I'm just like, oh, like literally all the waiters were like coming here, like, you know, keeping the food, and they were just like they were giving me the look that, are you okay? Like, why are you here?
hell?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just it does not feel nice. So
No.
when I say that I'm very, very glad to be in a place surrounded by Goans, I actually mean that. Like, I really do like it. So when did you meet your husband?
Oh God, he's gonna hate me if I forget the stuff. I met him in 2019.
Okay.
If I get it wrong. We spoke for about 3 months, and
Yeah.
then he came to see me in London.
Yeah.
And then obviously when I spoke to my mom and dad about it, they were not sure, because obviously, like, with any parents, when you tell them about a guy,
Yeah,
they're always
yeah,
like,
yeah.
who's this guy?
Yeah,
like, you know.
100%, yeah.
And I feel like with Elton, he came in my life, like, sort of when I was not looking.
Okay.
I just wanted to be alone.
Yeah.
He came very unexpected, and I was like, he is the one for me.
Yeah.
And then to my parents,
Yeah.
I loved him. And sometimes I feel like that's their son and I'm the
Oh,
daughter-in-law,
really?
because I feel like an outsider sometimes, but they
Yeah.
love him. They love
No,
him so much.
they really switch up. The parents really switch up after
Yeah,
you get.
I know.
Whose side are you on? Like, you know,
They do that.
my mom, right? She makes when we're in the office, me and Nash, she makes us lunch, right? She gives me the deadest bread, and she'll make sure Nash gets the best. And I'm like, Nash will get sandwiches, right, with lettuce, tomatoes, pepper,
Everything in
ham.
it.
I will get a ham and bread. That's it. And like there was this one time, right? I was just like, I think it was chapati, right?
Yeah.
Mum packed me chapati, and I was eating, and it was dry, right? It was so dry, and I'm like, okay, maybe she messed it up or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And then I was like, what was up with the chapati for me? And then she's like, oh yeah, there were only like 2 chapatis, and I gave Nash the good one. And I'm like, I'm like, the audacity to even tell me that. Like,
But you know what? That's a good thing.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
I do like it that, you know, my parents liking Nash was probably like one of the green signals for me to be like, okay, yeah, he's the one type of thing. So what's one sort of tradition or like a Goan thing or an Indian thing that you think you do that you would want to pass on to your kids?
Because obviously my mom's quite a religious person.
Yeah.
She makes this thing like, you know, going to Sunday mass,
Yeah,
like how
yeah,
important it is.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been really bad since I've moved here, because obviously she's not here to look me.
Yeah. Once she
but
watches this video, she's gonna be
I
like,
know,
I'll
but
beg
the
your
first thing
pardon.
on Sunday she'll call me and she'll be like, "Hi Nabila, did you go to church?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, I'm going in the evening." She's like, "Okay, I'm gonna check up again."
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to pray.
Yeah.
Because I feel like without God, we wouldn't even be here today.
100%.
And that's something I probably want to pass on to my kids.
Yeah.
Going to church, praying to God.
Yeah.
And just like being true to yourself, really, like who you are.
I actually think that's so true, because I've seen sort of people change their life. I'm not even exaggerating, but their lives have changed when they like started, you know, getting into their faith more and stuff like that. I've had friends that are like, you know, they've gone through like heartbreak and like gone through the shittest time. And they just like the things just switch for them as soon as they started sort of going to church and actually like having full faith. That's actually a really good thing to sort of pass on to the kids, because even in the generation that we are sort of living in, religion is sort of fading away. And to like, I really want my kids to sort of you know, have that in them.
I saw my parents like stop helping someone.
Yeah.
And I always like say to them like, why are you still helping people? Like, you don't know what they've done to you. And the answer always will be like, it's fine, God's watching.
You gotta love your parents.
Yeah, they're really sweet. I just don't know how I ended up with them, but
I think that's actually, that resonates with me quite a lot, because I feel like actually that's something I tell sort of, you know, my parents, because my mum always has this thing about me. She's like, you know, you're so naive, you don't see the bad in people, you always assume the best in people and stuff like that. Like, you know, you do things for them, would they do things for you? And I'm like, the thing is with me, when I do something for you, I don't expect anything in return. The thing is, if you're doing something to expect something in return, then that becomes transactional. Like, if you're doing a good deed, you have to do it just for the sake of doing it, sort of thing. And I like resonate with that quite a lot. Like,
I actually like your mom, but she is right. She is right, because you don't know what people's intentions are with you.
So now, if you know the sort of career path that you've been into and stuff like that, if you had one advice for people that want to do something that you do, what would that be?
I think obviously from what I've been through, I would say take your time finding what you actually love and enjoy. Because sometimes it is about money, but sometimes I feel like it's about what you really want see yourself doing in like long term. I'd say have patience, because good things come when you wait. And I'll just say believe in yourself, because I feel like at the start I didn't really believe in myself. It was mainly my husband. And I'm so glad that he did push me into it, because I feel like I've found my answers and what I was looking for that I really wanted.
It's so amazing that you have someone to sort of like, you know, push you towards it, because sometimes I feel like you can't see what your calling is, but then someone else can. Did you feel the pressure of sort of succeeding because of your parents' sacrifice?
I feel like yes. I sort of had that always back of my mind, that I had to always prove that they didn't just bring us here for nothing. Obviously, like, they worked really hard. Like, my mom and dad, they didn't really have like full-on education like what we did. So I felt really grateful to them. And I felt like I had to always find something and I would benefit them in a way, or
Yeah,
put
yeah.
their name up or something.
Yeah.
She's probably watching it and being like, oh, she's lying, she's full of shit.
What a liar.
I love you, mom.
Did they sort of ever, did you feel like you had to sort of get into a certain career path?
No, I feel like with them, they were always like quite open about what we
Okay,
wanted.
yeah.
It was never like, oh, Nabila, go uni, Nabila, do this, do that. They were just like open.
Yeah.
They're like, just do whatever you want, but as long as you're like in the limit of like looking after yourself, having respect, and I think that's the main thing for them.
Yes. Yeah, amazing, because I feel like, especially within our sort of community, it's not uncommon for parents to, you know, just force their children into a pathway that they don't really want to go into. And my mom, for the longest time, she wanted me to be a doctor.
Really?
Oh yeah, like when I told her I'm doing law, she's like, oh, law, and I'm just like, and then she's
I
just
love
like,
that though, that you do law. I feel like you're a perfect person for it. I can see
do
it.
you?
Wow, yeah.
Oh, thank you. Her thing is she always wanted someone in the family to be a doctor so they can help the poor.
I love that.
So I'm just like, and I would love to do that, but I'm
Yeah.
scared of blood. I'll be a really,
really? I'm scared of blood. It's
But no.
crazy though, because one of my jobs that I do at work is basically like microneedling. Basically like a pen, and it's got like tiny needles.
Yeah.
And you just like go over on the skin.
Yeah.
And it makes your skin like bleed. I get scared of injections, but when I do this treatment, even on myself, I do it on myself sometimes. I'm like, how am I okay with it? Doesn't
I don't know how you're scared of blood. I really don't know why I'm so scared of blood. It's wild because, like, you know, as a girl you get your period and everything, right? Literally the first day when I see blood, I get lightheaded.
Yeah.
Okay, Nabila, thank you so much for making the time to be on my little podcast. It was lovely having you here. I feel like I've learned so much about you.
Oh, thank you, hun. It was lovely being here.
Yeah.
And thank you for inviting me. It's really been a pleasure.
I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed making it. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel.
Subscribe. Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Aesthetician. No, I can't even say it myself. So it's okay.
So I'm just gonna eat like. I just got hungry.
I dropped the drink again.